I'm Ellie Parker and I'm the team kit coordinator at Williams Racing. Okay, so this week, for example, we sort of get the race itinerary out at the beginning of the week. That's kind of my Bible, really, sort of week to week. Just sort of checking through that, making sure that everyone on it has got kit, and if there's anyone new that's travelling that weekend, getting in contact with them and making sure that they're all ready to go. We're getting a lot of new starters recently, so obviously a lot of new workwear and new PPE requests are coming in. We've also just had new workwear as well. Nice new workwear. So just sort of like enrolling that really. I think everyone's pretty much covered off now, so that's good. We're kind of coming to the end of that. And just reacting to any sort of race team requests that come through, any sort of topping up any orders, things like that. So in a Williams Racing driver bag, you'd find traditionally sort of 6 sets of kit. So each set would include, you've got a driver suit, the Nomex tops, Nomex bottoms, gloves, balaclava, hands device. Sometimes we have helmets for them that we need to pack, depending on which driver they kind of prefer to keep the helmets with them, but sometimes we have to ship those off. And then lots of team kit and driver caps and things like that to get them through the weekend. So nothing, they kind of sort their own personal stuff out, but anything team kit wise, there's a lot of tops and things in there. There's a fair few bags, so When a driver needs something urgently, we often have to react quite quickly to that because it's usually quite last minute in the race week. We liaise a lot with the travel office and logistics. Sometimes we may not always be their best friend if we're trying to get something really late. But just making sure we have good levels of stock always on site, so we are able to react to those last minute requests. How I organise kit for the race team and the factory, it's having all of their sizes on file and just making sure they're up to date, and keeping in contact with the guys as well, and just making sure that what they've got works for them and things like that. That kind of helps in terms of processes for the next year and the year after and things like that. In terms of workwear for the factory, we have loads of people coming in throughout the day. It could be requests from safety shoes to high vis to beanie hats. There's obviously, we've got a lot of people in this company, and they all have different requirements. So there's a lot of people, a lot of moving parts all the time. But they keep us on our toes. A memorable moment that I've experienced was actually recently when James announced that Franco was going to be racing in our car for Monza. We found out on the Tuesday afternoon, and he was already at the track for media day on the Thursday. There was a fair bit of rushing around into trying to sort of get kit ready for him. Obviously we didn't get any pre-warning that he was going to be driving for us, so it was just trying to scramble together as much kit as possible for him, and sort of working with the logistics team and getting it out to track as soon as possible. Luckily, Franco had actually done a FP1 session with us at Silverstone, so we did actually have a suit for him. Actually, we had a couple of suits for him, so that was good. You were meant to have about 6, but I think for that weekend he had 3 or 4. So luckily we were actually all good on sizes, so it was fairly smooth. Something I think that's quite crucial, especially trackside, is obviously the kit and the branding that goes on the kit as well. Throughout the season we could have multiple brand uplifts for the season, and this involves us to sort of claw the kit back in, add the sponsors onto everyone's kit, and obviously we don't go trackside, so it's quite hard for us to make sure that everyone keeps up to date with the branding on their kit, because it's important. Obviously the sponsors have paid a lot of money to be on there, so that's quite important. If I had to choose to go to a race, it would probably be Monza, because I feel like the atmosphere is just great there. Williams, the past few years we've scored points there, both of the last 2 years. That would be good, and I love pizza, so that'd probably be my choice. I know everyone says this, but I do love the people. I think it's being in clothing, we kind of touch all areas of the business. It's really nice. It can be, as I said, from the race team, from finance, from marketing, even those who are based in New York or in London. Both my parents work here too, so that's quite nice. Although it's quite good not seeing them all the time. We work in different areas of the company, so that's good, but I do like that.